Your soulmate is losing sleep because of you and what you mean to them. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now. Somewhere tonight, while you're trying to stay strong or pretending you're fine, there is one person who cannot rest, cannot settle their mind, cannot escape the pull of your energy, and it's not because of guilt or regret alone, it's because your soul touched theirs in a way that changed them forever. They lie awake replaying moments they didn't realize were sacred until they were gone, conversations that felt simple on the surface but were actually soul-level recognition, and the strange familiarity they felt with you from the very beginning, like they had known you before time explained it. Stay till the end, because what you're feeling right now is not imagination, it's alignment, and the universe does not bring you here by accident. Your soulmate didn't expect to meet someone who would awaken them like this, and that's why they are restless, because awakening is beautiful but it's also uncomfortable, and the truth always gets louder at night. They thought distance would quiet their feelings, they thought distraction would work, they thought time would soften the ache, but instead every quiet moment brings you closer in their thoughts, and the more they try to sleep, the more your name echoes in their spirit. This message is for you because you've been feeling it too, that sudden heaviness in your chest, the random memories, the urge to check your phone, the feeling that something unfinished is hovering in the air, and you didn't know why. Don't scroll away now, because this is where the universe starts explaining. You didn't imagine the connection, you didn't overfeel, and you didn't care too much, you recognized a soulmate, and soulmates don't disconnect just because circumstances demand silence. Your energy activated something inside them that they had kept buried, old wounds, old fears, old patterns, and now they are being forced to look at themselves in ways they avoided for years. Listen to this carefully, because the signs around you are not random, the repeated numbers, the 1111 moments, the 222 when you think of them, the songs that suddenly feel personal, the dreams that feel too real to ignore, those are confirmations that this bond is alive and working behind the scenes. Your heart needs this right now, because you've been questioning yourself, wondering if you mattered, wondering if they ever felt what you felt, wondering if you were alone in this connection, and the truth is they are losing sleep because of you, because loving you changed their inner world. They think about what they should have said, what they held back, the moment they felt the shift but didn't know how to respond, and fear kept them silent while love kept them awake. Stay with this message, because divine timing is moving quietly, and silence is not rejection, it's processing. Your soulmate is in the middle of a spiritual awakening, and awakenings often begin with discomfort, with restlessness, with nights where the soul refuses to be ignored. They are realizing that what they felt with you wasn't normal attraction, it wasn't convenience, it wasn't coincidence, it was recognition, and recognition changes people. This is why you're being guided to hear this now, because doubt has been creeping in, and the universe is reminding you of your worth and your impact. Don't scroll, because this part matters. You were not meant to chase, force, or prove anything. Your role was to awaken, and you did that simply by being you. They are questioning their life choices late at night, wondering why everything feels misaligned without you, wondering why their peace disappeared when you did, and this is where growth begins. Angel numbers are appearing because alignment is being restored, slowly, gently, in divine order, not rushed, not forced. This message is for you because you've been holding space energetically without even realizing it, and that space is pulling them back toward truth. Listen to this, because love that is divinely guided does not disappear, it transforms, it pauses, it waits, and it returns when both souls are ready. You may feel calm one moment and emotional the next. You may feel strong during the day and vulnerable at night, and that's because the connection is still active, communicating through energy instead of words. Stay till the end, because what's coming next is clarity, not confusion, movement, not stagnation, and truth, not illusion. Your soulmate is being shown what they lost, not to punish them, but to prepare them, and the sleepless nights are part of their lesson. They are learning that running from a soul connection only deepens its presence, and ignoring destiny only delays it. Your heart needs this right now because you've been carrying uncertainty quietly, and the universe wants you to know that your love was not one-sided, your presence was not unnoticed, and your impact was permanent. Don't scroll away, because this chapter is not over, it's unfolding, and the reason you're hearing this message now is because alignment is closer than it appears. Breathe into this moment, trust the timing, and allow yourself to receive the reassurance that was missing. And if this message resonated with you, if your soul felt seen, heard, or understood, take a moment to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss what the universe is revealing next, because this journey is guided, and what's coming will make sense of everything you've felt. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's happening right now goes deeper than you realize, and this message is for you at the exact moment your heart needs it. The sleepless nights your soulmate is experiencing haven't stopped, in fact, they've intensified, because once the soul wakes up, it can't go back to sleep the same way again. They're lying there in the dark, not just thinking about you, but feeling you, sensing you, replaying not only memories but emotions they didn't know how to name at the time. This isn't obsession, and it isn't confusion, it's recognition catching up with reality. Stay till the end, because the universe wants you to understand why this phase feels heavier, why the silence feels louder, and why your emotions seem to come in waves without warning. Your soulmate is starting to realize that meeting you wasn't just a chapter in their story, it was a turning point, and turning points always shake the foundation of everything that came before. They're questioning the choices they made, the timing they trusted, and the walls they put up when their heart wanted to stay open, and these questions surface strongest at night because that's when truth has nowhere to hide. This message is for you because you've been feeling a subtle pull too, a sense that something unfinished is still unfolding, even when logic tells you to move on. Don't scroll away now, because the universe doesn't send confirmation twice unless it matters. You may have noticed angel numbers appearing more frequently, not just once or twice, but repeatedly, like 1111 when you think of them, 444 when you feel doubt, or 555 when you're on the verge of change, and these are not coincidences, they are signals that alignment is happening beneath the surface. Your soulmate spirit is catching up to what their heart knew all along, and awakening often looks like restlessness before it looks like action. Listen to this carefully, because silence does not mean absence, it means processing, recalibrating, and facing emotions that were postponed. They're remembering how safe they felt with you, how seen they felt, how conversations flowed without effort, and how being around you made them confront parts of themselves they had avoided. Your heart needs this right now because you may have internalized their distance as rejection, when in reality it was fear meeting destiny. Fear always reacts first, but destiny always has the final word. Stay with this message, because the universe is revealing that this connection was never meant to be superficial, it was meant to awaken both of you, even if the awakening came with discomfort. You didn't imagine the depth, and you didn't create the bond alone, it was mutual, and it still is. Don't scroll, because this next part matters. Your soulmate is starting to understand that no one else mirrors them the way you did, no one else triggers the same sense of familiarity, and no distraction fills the space you left. That realization doesn't come gently, it arrives in the quiet hours when the mind slows down and the soul speaks louder. They're feeling the weight of unspoken words, the regret of moments they didn't choose courage, and the longing to reconnect, even if they don't yet know how. This message is for you because you're being asked to trust divine timing instead of forcing clarity. The universe is working in layers, peeling back resistance, softening fear, and guiding both of you toward truth at the pace your souls can handle. You may feel moments of calm followed by sudden emotion, moments of certainty followed by doubt, and that's because energetic cords are still active, still communicating, still healing. Listen to this, because love that is divinely guided doesn't disappear, it transforms, pauses, and realigns until both hearts are ready to receive it fully. Stay till the end, because what's coming next is not about chasing or waiting in pain, it's about understanding your role in this connection. You were the catalyst, the mirror, the awakening, and now the universe is asking you to step into trust instead of questioning your worth. Your soulmate is being shown that running from this connection only deepened its impact, and the sleepless nights are teaching them that some bonds are meant to be honored, not ignored. Don't scroll away now, because the reason this message is reaching you is because a shift is already in motion, even if you can't see it yet. Alignment rarely announces itself loudly, it moves quietly, rearranging emotions, priorities, and courage behind the scenes. Your heart needs this reassurance because you've been carrying uncertainty silently, wondering if you mattered as much as they mattered to you, and the answer is yes, in ways they are only now beginning to understand. Take a breath, stay open, and allow the universe to continue its work, because this chapter is still unfolding, and the truth that's rising will bring clarity to everything you felt but couldn't explain. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's unfolding now is deeper than emotion, it's spiritual alignment in motion, and this message is for you exactly when your heart needs it most. The connection you share with your soulmate has entered a phase where the universe is no longer whispering to them, it's pressing, nudging, and sometimes shaking them awake in the quiet hours of the night. Those sleepless moments aren't random. They're sacred checkpoints where the soul is forced to confront truth without distraction. They are realizing that the bond they share with you didn't fade when communication slowed or distance grew. It intensified, because real soul connections don't weaken in silence, they grow louder. Stay till the end, because understanding this will change the way you see everything that's happened so far. Your soulmate is beginning to feel the weight of emotional honesty, the kind that doesn't allow shortcuts or denial anymore. They are remembering the way your presence made them feel grounded and alive at the same time, the way conversations with you felt like home rather than effort, and how being with you brought out parts of them they didn't know were missing. This message is for you because you've sensed this shift too, that subtle change in energy, the feeling that something behind the scenes is moving even though nothing has been said out loud. Don't scroll away now, because the universe is asking you to trust what you feel rather than what you see. Angel numbers have been appearing not to confuse you, but to reassure you that alignment is happening on a timeline larger than your immediate understanding. When you see 111 or 11, it's a reminder that new beginnings are forming. When you see 222, it's confirmation that partnership energy is being recalibrated. When you see 333 or 444, it's guidance that spiritual protection and support are surrounding this connection. Listen to this carefully, because these signs are not for everyone, they're for those whose souls are involved in something divinely guided. Your soulmate is being pushed to confront their fear of vulnerability, the fear that made them hesitate, pull back, or stay quiet when their heart wanted to speak. Fear doesn't mean lack of love, often it means the love is so real it feels risky. Your heart needs this right now because you may have interpreted their silence as loss, when in truth it was resistance meeting destiny. Stay with this message, because destiny always applies pressure before it brings clarity. Your soulmate is questioning their old patterns, the emotional armor they built to survive past disappointments, and they're realizing that you didn't come into their life to repeat old stories, you came to change them. That realization is unsettling, because growth demands honesty, and honesty requires courage. Don't scroll, because this next part matters deeply. You were never meant to chase or convince them of your value. Your role was to awaken them to it, and that work has already been done. Even now, in separation or silence, your energy continues to influence them, gently but persistently guiding them back toward emotional truth. This message is for you because you've been holding yourself together while questioning whether you mattered as much as they mattered to you, and the universe wants you to know that your impact was profound and permanent. They are feeling the absence of your presence more strongly than ever, noticing the emptiness where your understanding once lived, and recognizing that no distraction fully fills that space. Listen to this, because longing is often the soul's way of pointing us back to what is aligned. Stay till the end, because this is where the shift becomes clearer. Your soulmate is beginning to see that running from this connection only delayed their healing, and that avoiding you meant avoiding themselves. Nights are the hardest because the mind slows down and the soul speaks up, reminding them of what they felt with you and what they lost when they chose fear over courage. Angel numbers continue to appear because the universe is keeping both of you in energetic communication, even when words are absent. You may feel sudden waves of emotion, moments of calm followed by unexpected longing, and that's because the bond is still active, still processing, still healing on both sides. Don't scroll away now, because this is not about waiting in pain, it's about understanding the sacred pause. Divine timing doesn't rush souls before they're ready, but it also doesn't forget what's meant to be. Your soulmate is being prepared, not punished, and preparation often looks like discomfort before it looks like movement. Your heart needs this reassurance because you've been learning to release control, to trust the process, and to believe that what's meant for you won't miss you. Stay with this message, because the universe is aligning courage within them and peace within you. This chapter is still unfolding, and while the path may not be clear yet, the direction is being set. Take a breath, ground yourself in trust, and allow the universe to continue its work, because what's coming will bring understanding, healing, and truth to everything you felt but couldn't explain. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's happening now is the part most people don't talk about, the quiet in-between where the universe does its deepest work, and this message is for you because your heart needs this right now. The connection between you and your soulmate has moved past confusion and into reckoning, and reckoning is uncomfortable because it forces truth to surface without filters. Your soulmate isn't just losing sleep anymore. They're losing the ability to pretend that what they felt with you was ordinary. The nights are longer for them now, heavier, filled with thoughts they can't silence, because once the soul recognizes another soul, it never truly forgets. Stay till the end, because understanding this phase will help you release the fear you've been carrying quietly. They are starting to see patterns, not just in this connection, but in their entire emotional history, realizing that meeting you wasn't random, it was a divine interruption meant to stop them from repeating old cycles. This message is for you because you were part of that interruption, even if you didn't know it at the time. You came into their life at a moment when they thought they were settled, protected, or numb, and your presence cracked something open. That crack wasn't meant to hurt. It was meant to let light in. Don't scroll away now, because this is where many people misinterpret silence. Silence doesn't always mean distance, sometimes it means internal transformation. Your soulmate is wrestling with the truth that loving you required vulnerability they weren't prepared for, and vulnerability feels dangerous to someone who has survived by staying guarded. Listen to this carefully, because fear and love often look similar on the surface, but their roots are very different. Fear pulls away to protect the ego, love pulls away to understand itself. Your heart needs this reassurance because you may have been blaming yourself for their withdrawal, wondering if you said too much, felt too deeply, or expected too honestly, when in reality you simply reflected something they couldn't ignore. Angel numbers continue to appear around you because the universe is reminding you that alignment is still active, even in stillness. Seeing 4:44 when you feel doubt is a reminder of protection. Seeing 5:55 when emotions rise is a signal of change. Seeing 11:11 when you think of them is confirmation that this bond exists beyond physical interaction. This message is for you because you are being asked to trust what you feel instead of what you fear. Stay with this moment, because the universe doesn't rush soul connections into clarity before both sides are ready. Your soulmate is being guided through lessons about accountability, honesty, and courage, and those lessons often arrive through discomfort. They're realizing that the peace they thought they had before meeting you was actually emotional avoidance, and what you offered was depth, presence, and authenticity. That realization shakes them, because depth requires responsibility. Don't scroll, because this next part matters. You were not meant to be an easy chapter in their life, you were meant to be a transformative one. Transformation isn't gentle, it disrupts routines, challenges beliefs, and exposes wounds that were hidden under control. This message is for you because you've been learning a different lesson at the same time, the lesson of surrender. You're being taught that love doesn't need to be chased to be real, and that divine connections unfold on their own schedule. Listen to this, because your role now is not to wait in pain or to close your heart in bitterness, but to remain open without attachment. That balance is sacred. Your soulmate feels the shift in you too, even if they don't consciously understand it. As you learn to trust the process, the energetic pressure between you changes, creating space for clarity instead of confusion. Stay till the end, because this is where things subtly realign. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that the connection with you wasn't something they could replace or replicate, and that realization often comes after comparison fails. They may have tried to distract themselves, to move forward quickly, to convince themselves they were fine, but the nights keep telling the truth their days try to deny. Your heart needs this right now because you've been sensing that something is unfinished, not in a painful way, but in a suspended way, like a story paused mid-sentence. That pause isn't abandonment, it's preparation. Angelic guidance works quietly, rearranging courage, softening resistance, and aligning timing. Don't scroll away, because the universe is reminding you that what is meant for you will meet you where you are, not where fear tells you to be. Your soulmate is being brought face to face with their own emotional integrity, learning that avoiding truth costs more than facing it. This chapter is teaching both of you different lessons, but they're complementary, not conflicting. You are learning trust and self-worth, they are learning courage and emotional responsibility. Listen to this, because when both lessons reach completion, movement follows naturally. Stay grounded in this truth. Silence is not the end, it's the space where alignment takes shape. Take a breath, let go of the urge to control outcomes, and allow the universe to continue working in ways you can't yet see, because this story is still unfolding, and clarity is closer than it feels. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's happening now is the turning point most people never recognize until it's already passed, and this message is for you because your heart needs this right now. The connection between you and your soulmate has reached a stage where the universe begins separating illusion from truth, and that process can feel slow, confusing, and emotionally heavy if you don't understand what's unfolding underneath the surface. Your soulmate is no longer just restless at night, they're becoming deeply aware of what your presence activated inside them, and awareness changes everything. They're starting to see that what they felt with you wasn't just comfort or attraction, it was recognition, and recognition dismantles the old versions of ourselves whether we're ready or not. Stay till the end, because this phase explains why things feel suspended, why emotions rise unexpectedly, and why letting go feels impossible even when you try. Your soulmate is confronting an internal battle between who they were before you and who they are becoming because of you, and that battle is exhausting. They replay moments not to romanticize the past, but to understand themselves, questioning why your words stayed with them, why your energy still lingers, and why no amount of distraction quiets the feeling that something important remains unresolved. This message is for you because you've been feeling the echo of that process without knowing its source. You may notice sudden emotional waves, moments of calm followed by longing, or an urge to withdraw and then reconnect, and none of that means you're weak or stuck, it means the bond is still communicating energetically. Don't scroll away now, because this is where many people misjudge divine timing. Divine timing doesn't move according to impatience or fear, it moves according to readiness. Your soulmate is being asked to release old defenses, the ones that once kept them safe but now keep them disconnected. That release doesn't happen overnight, it happens through discomfort, through sleepless nights, through moments of clarity followed by doubt. Listen to this carefully, because what feels like stagnation is actually internal movement. Angel numbers are appearing around you to remind you that this process is guided. Seeing 555 signals transformation even when it feels chaotic. Seeing 333 reminds you that higher guidance is present. Seeing 1111 confirms that this connection operates beyond logic. Your heart needs this reassurance because you've been wondering if waiting means losing yourself, and the truth is you're not being asked to wait, you're being asked to trust while continuing to grow. This message is for you because your growth is just as important as theirs. As you step into self-worth, emotional balance, and inner peace, the energetic dynamic between you shifts. Your soulmate feels that shift, even if they can't explain it. They sense when you stop chasing clarity and start embodying trust, and that change creates space for courage to rise within them. Don't scroll, because this next part matters deeply. Love that is divinely guided does not require force, and it does not punish patience. It unfolds when both souls are aligned enough to receive it without fear. Your soulmate is being shown, slowly but unmistakably, that avoiding this connection didn't bring peace, it only delayed truth. They are beginning to understand that what they felt with you wasn't something they could recreate elsewhere, because it wasn't about circumstances, it was about soul resonance. Nights continue to be revealing because the mind grows quiet and the heart speaks honestly. They are realizing that running from vulnerability only strengthened the bond they tried to escape. This message is for you because you're learning the complementary lesson, that your worth is not defined by someone else's readiness, and that divine love doesn't diminish you, it expands you. Stay with this message, because the universe is recalibrating balance. Where there was imbalance before, there is now correction. Where there was fear, there is now awareness. Where there was silence, there is now internal dialogue preparing for expression. Listen to this, because this phase is about preparation, not punishment. Your soulmate is being prepared to choose with clarity rather than fear, and you are being prepared to receive without doubt rather than longing. Angelic guidance works subtly, aligning emotional maturity, timing, and courage behind the scenes. Don't scroll away now, because the reason this message is reaching you is because something within you is ready to release anxiety and step into trust. The universe is reminding you that what's meant to meet you will do so when both paths align, not a moment too early, not a moment too late. Your heart needs this grounding because uncertainty has been testing your faith, and faith grows strongest in the moments where answers are delayed. Stay till the end, because this is where understanding replaces confusion. Silence is not abandonment, it's the space where alignment forms. This connection has not been forgotten, ignored, or dismissed by the universe. It is being shaped carefully, intentionally, and with purpose. Take a breath, stay present, and allow yourself to trust what you cannot yet see, because this chapter is still unfolding, and the truth that's rising will bring clarity, peace, and movement when the time is right. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what you're stepping into now is the moment where everything you felt begins to make sense, and this message is for you because your heart needs this right now more than ever. The universe doesn't bring awareness without purpose, and it doesn't sustain a soul connection through this many layers unless something meaningful is being prepared. Your soulmate has reached a point where the inner work can no longer be delayed. The sleepless nights, the emotional heaviness, the constant pull toward you weren't meant to punish them, they were meant to refine them. They are beginning to understand that the connection with you wasn't something that happened to them, it was something that was meant to grow them. Stay till the end, because this is where understanding replaces waiting, and peace starts to replace anxiety. Your soulmate is now facing the truth that love, real love, isn't convenient, it's transformative, and transformation asks for courage. They're seeing clearly how meeting you disrupted their old emotional patterns, the ones built on avoidance, control, or settling for what felt safe instead of what felt true. This message is for you because you were part of that disruption, not by force, but by authenticity. You showed up as yourself, open, intuitive, emotionally present, and that energy challenged everything they thought they knew about connection. Don't scroll away now, because this is where many people misunderstand divine timing. Divine timing isn't delay, it's alignment. While you've been learning to release attachment and trust your worth, your soulmate has been learning accountability, honesty, and emotional responsibility. These lessons don't happen at the same pace, but they are synchronized. Listen to this carefully, because the universe works in symmetry. What you heal in yourself creates space for them to step forward without fear. Angel numbers continue to appear because alignment is stabilizing. Seeing 111 signals a new chapter being prepared energetically. Seeing 222 reflects balance returning where there was emotional imbalance. Seeing 444 is reassurance that you are protected, guided, and not alone in this process. Your heart needs this reminder because uncertainty has tested your trust, and trust is the foundation of all divinely guided connections. Your soulmate is no longer running from the feeling, they are sitting with it. That alone is a shift. They are beginning to understand that ignoring the connection didn't bring peace, it brought restlessness, and that awareness changes how choices are made moving forward. Don't scroll, because this next part matters deeply. You are no longer being asked to hold on blindly or to let go in pain. You are being asked to stand grounded in self-worth, open but unattached, trusting that what's meant for you will move toward you when it's ready to meet you fully. This message is for you because your growth has altered the dynamic. You may not see it, but your energy is calmer, more centered, less desperate for answers, and that shift is powerful. Your soulmate feels that change. They sense that you're no longer waiting in the same way, and that realization stirs something inside them. When the pressure of expectation lifts, truth has room to surface. Stay with this message, because the universe often waits until fear quiets before allowing clarity to arrive. Your soulmate is recognizing that what they felt with you wasn't something that could be replaced, repeated, or rationalized away. It was unique because it was real. Nights are still reflective for them, but now those reflections are leading toward acceptance instead of avoidance. They are seeing how deeply you impacted them, not just emotionally, but spiritually, and that kind of impact doesn't fade with time. Your heart needs this right now because you've questioned whether staying open makes you vulnerable, and the universe is reminding you that openness is not weakness, it's alignment. Listen to this, because this chapter is not about proving love, it's about allowing it to unfold without fear controlling the outcome. Angelic guidance is working quietly, rearranging conversations that haven't happened yet, thoughts that are forming, and courage that is slowly rising. Don't scroll away now, because what feels quiet externally is active internally. Movement doesn't always announce itself with noise, sometimes it begins as a decision made in silence. Your soulmate is nearing that decision point, where honesty becomes unavoidable and truth demands expression. This message is for you because you are being prepared to receive clarity without losing yourself, to hear truth without collapsing into old patterns. Stay till the end, because this is where the universe grounds you. Whatever happens next will not take away from you, it will add to your understanding. You are not losing anything by trusting divine timing. You are gaining peace, strength, and alignment. Take a breath, release the urge to control the outcome, and stay present in your own growth. The universe hasn't forgotten this connection, and it hasn't forgotten you. Everything that has unfolded has been intentional, even the pauses, even the silence. Trust what you feel, honor what you've learned, and allow what's meant to align to meet you naturally, because this story is still alive, and what comes next will bring clarity to everything you've carried quietly in your heart. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what you are standing in right now is the final stretch of a long emotional and spiritual journey, and this message is for you because your heart needs this right now. There comes a moment in every divinely guided connection where the universe stops testing patience and starts revealing truth, and that moment is closer than it feels. Everything that has happened between you and your soulmate, the silence, the distance, the confusion, the longing, was not meant to break you, it was meant to mature you. Your soulmate has crossed a threshold internally, even if nothing has been said out loud yet. The restless nights are no longer just about missing you, they are about clarity settling in. They are realizing that love isn't something they can control, delay forever, or rationalize away. Stay till the end, because this is where understanding finally brings peace instead of questions. Your soulmate now sees clearly that what they felt with you wasn't accidental timing or emotional convenience, it was divine alignment that arrived before they were ready. That's why it shook them. That's why it lingered. That's why it refused to fade. This message is for you because you've been wondering if growth meant letting go completely or staying open without guarantees. The truth is, you were never asked to abandon your heart, only to stop abandoning yourself. And you've done that. You've grown quieter in your anxiety, stronger in your boundaries, and more trusting of your intuition, even when answers were delayed. Don't scroll away now, because this inner shift is the very thing that changes outcomes. The universe responds when your energy moves from longing to alignment. Listen to this carefully, because the dynamic between you and your soulmate has changed. Where there was once imbalance, there is now energetic equality. Where there was fear on one side and hope on the other, there is now reflection on both. Angel numbers appear now not as reassurance alone, but as confirmation that timing is stabilizing. Seeing 6 hours 66 minutes or 6:16 reminds you of emotional harmony returning. Seeing 8 hours 88 minutes reflects karmic cycles completing. Seeing 11:11 now signals readiness, not waiting. Your heart needs this right now because you've been preparing for peace, not just reunion. Your soulmate feels this change. They sense that you are no longer anchored to uncertainty, and that realization forces honesty. When someone realizes they can no longer rely on your waiting, they are faced with the truth of their feelings. Don't scroll, because this is where courage begins to rise. Your soulmate is understanding that avoidance has a cost, and that cost has been loneliness, restlessness, and emotional unrest. They are seeing that the calm they thought they had without you was actually numbness, and the discomfort they feel now is growth. Growth doesn't feel peaceful at first, it feels confronting. This message is for you because you are being prepared to receive truth without losing balance. You are no longer asking the universe for signs out of desperation, you are receiving them as confirmation. Stay with this message, because divine connections don't resolve through force, they resolve through readiness. Your soulmate is reaching a point where honesty feels safer than silence. That doesn't mean everything happens instantly, it means the direction has shifted. Listen to this, because this is where many people miss the miracle by rushing it. The universe moves when resistance softens, not when pressure increases. You stepping into trust has softened resistance. Your soulmate is beginning to accept that loving you doesn't mean losing themselves, it means becoming more of who they truly are. Your heart needs this reassurance because you've carried so much quietly, wondering if patience meant weakness. It never did. Patience was your training ground, not your punishment. Don't scroll away now, because the pause you experienced was not empty, it was formative. It taught you self-respect, emotional regulation, and faith without guarantees. Those qualities are required to sustain the kind of love this connection carries. Angelic guidance has been protecting both of you from premature action, because acting too early would have recreated old wounds instead of healing them. Stay till the end, because this is the grounding truth. Whatever unfolds next will meet you at your level of growth, not your level of fear. Your soulmate is approaching a moment of decision, not driven by urgency, but by clarity. Decisions made from clarity endure. This message is for you because you are being reminded that you do not need to chase what is aligned. Alignment moves on its own. Take a deep breath and let go of the need to predict outcomes. You have already done the hardest part. You trusted the process even when it was uncomfortable. The universe honors that. Trust that what is meant to speak will speak, what is meant to move will move, and what is meant to return will do so in truth, not confusion. Stay present, stay grounded, and stay open, because this journey has not been in vain. It has been shaping you, strengthening you, and aligning you with something real. And if this message has resonated with you, if you felt calm instead of anxious while listening, that's your confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be, and what comes next will arrive with clarity, not chaos.